Tonight's podcast is brought to you by Everett and Catfish's Good Ole Psychic Hotline.
We ask ourselves so many questions in life.
Where will my path in life take me?
Will I get sick?
Will I ever be financially stable?
Will a stranger bang my wife while I watch?
Now those infinite questions can be answered. Introducing Everett and Catfish's Good Ole Psychic Hotline. Let one of our clairvoyant experts help you seek the answers from beyond you desire.
Woo! This is Everett here, and ever since me and old Catfish found this here crystal ball in the back of my old cousin Merlin's meth lab down there.
Gypsy wagon, god damn it.
God damn, I'm sorry. I meant gypsy wagon. But anyways, me and Catfish here and sniff a little of this here crystal ball dust, and all of our mentions and powers do be come to life. Woo! I'm starting to feel a little otherworldly now.
Woo, I'm starting to feel all kinds of clairvoyant. Let's satisfy a few callers now.
This is Randall Stevenson from Sarasota, Florida. I just wanted to call in because my wife says I'm too patriotic. And I was just curious if me being too patriotic will end up getting me killed one day. Thank you.
Well, Randall, I'm glad you called, and I'm going to tell you a story about patriotism. I was sitting down there in my house in Beezrebub, Mississippi the other day, and my sister comes there ranting and raving, raising all kinds of hell at me, and she says, Everett Wallace Ulysses, Everett Hornbuckle Jr. III, you in here spun out on that crystal ball dust like you always are, and you turn into Beezrebub here himself, meaner than spit and the devil's fire, and all you do is sitting here and bitch and moan. And I say, get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to read these here tarot cards, because I'm telling you, they got me thinking about how things really are, and what I'm trying to tell you, Randall, is these fucking tarot cards don't lie, goddammit, you gonna fucking die. That's what's gonna happen to you.
Hi, this is Mandy, and I want to know what the secret to a long, happy life is.
Well, you listen here, ma'am. Stop fucking working. I ain't worked a lick in years, and I'm having a goddamn time of my life.
We're gonna keep on sitting around this crystal ball, so we'll be here all night and probably for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So you can call us for a free psychic reading. Your first 3 minutes are free, and every time after that, it's only $6.99 a minute for our supreme services to the other side. We break all kinds of fucking barriers. That's just what we do. Well, fuck me silly, call me Sally.
I will. I'll take you up on that.
Okay, I was expecting you to call me Sally. I'm Glendon, and welcome to another week of the Good Ole Gamers podcast. It is the day of... Is it August?
It is August.
It is August 16th.
Indeed.
2016. We're recording at 10:10 p.m. tonight.
Yep.
A little bit running late.
Yeah, we got distracted earlier.
We did, and that's what we're going to be talking to you a bit about later. Very ill-prepared this week.
Yeah.
Got a lot of things going on, which I guess we can file under our news segment. First and foremost, Brandon, why don't you tell them about the cuckold in life that is befalling you right now? You've already made mention of it, but let them know.
Speaking about college
and work.
Yeah. So, just in case anyone hasn't figured it out, I'm starting college again. I think I talk about that every 5 minutes. But, yeah, I'm also swapping shifts, and that's sucking. But, man, college, at least the one here, is really fucking unfriendly to working adults.
Indeed.
Like, all their hours, they close as soon as you fucking get off work. They close their doors early. Like, if they get one dull moment in the afternoon, they fucking shut their doors. So their hours don't match their website at all. Their classes, a lot of their classes fucking suck. Like, how many hours they demand you to take of like, I'm going to be going to radiology when I get into the program. I'm going to be having to go to school for 30 hours a week, which is fucking ridiculous. And I know at one point when I emailed my radiology advisor, like, you know, trying to figure out how I'm going to do everything, she's pretty much telling me I need to work part-time or quit my job. I'm like, bitch, I got more things in my life going on than fucking Wallace. On the list of ain't shit, Wallace is pretty high up there. Like,
yeah. Yeah. I summed it up pretty good when I hit my first year of Wallace. I was just kind of like, Wallace, 13th grade.
Yeah. It's second high school. And, you know, it's a decent enough school, but it's a goddamn machine.
You have to go through a bunch of trials and tribulations to get into that motherfucker and just get going. Because that's one reason I haven't been able to complete my degree yet, is a lot of the shit I have to take class-wise is during the day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I work Monday through Friday during the day. Mm-hmm. I've done the night class thing, and that's fine and dandy, but some of those classes, they don't offer it not.
Yeah.
And it makes it
Or you'll sign
impossible.
up for it, and then, like, within a week before classes start, they cancel that class, and you're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
That's happened to me once already, since trying to go back.
I hate the whole pre-registration system, too, because it is a fucking nightmare to get the classes you want.
And I can't, you know, I've got a random hold on my Pell Grant right now, and I've had 2 holds already. It's always bullshit like transcripts or some inane red tape horse fuckery. But I've got another hold on it now, and I've been trying to get in touch with their financial aid for 3 fucking days now. Every day I'm leaving 2 to 3 messages a day.
You have to physically go down there and sit and wait.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Every time I've had to deal with financial aid down there, I have to go on site and sit and fucking wait. I've been in there, literally in their office before with like 40 people ahead of me.
That's
waiting.
ridiculous.
And I'm just like, my God.
If you look in their...
every fucking semester tuition goes up. Can't you like pay to hire a little more fucking staffing?
They've got like 3 people dealing with it. Because you look on their directory, they get like 3 people, and then there's like a clerk and a director, and they ain't going to fucking deal with you. They got other shit to do, and they're too high and mighty to deal with a common student, a peasant.
The peasants.
Yeah. It's just, I really hate how... It's a goddamn machine to spit high schoolers out into the workforce. And if you're not in that demographic, you're going to have a hell of a fucking time. I see why so many people fall for these online, like, bullshit trap degrees.
Yeah.
You know, University of fucking Phoenix Dragon or whatever.
Phoenix Bob 97. Digital online college.
I'm just waiting to see...
Accredited in Thailand.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the commercials like, fuck it, you know the gig. Give us $300, we'll send you a PhD. Like... Because that's what half that shit is. There's some that's decent, but for the most part, it's a goddamn scam.
I'd probably give $300 for a PhD. It's something I'd just try to roll up. They'd be like, sir, your University of this Hogwarts Could Suck It University doesn't exist. Get the fuck out of here. I paid $400 for this. Even worse.
But yeah, it's... I'm about to finally get all that horseshit out of the way and just start going to school. And that part I don't mind, but it's a bunch of fuckery.
That was just one of the reasons we're bringing you a bare bones episode tonight. I'm having some family issues going on right now, pretty much. Some health issues, and that's taking a lot of my time right now. So I haven't really had time to do shit either between all that and work. And planning for Game Fest.
Yeah, Game Fest.
That's the big deal. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much where all of our focus has been the past few days.
It really has.
I did see though, Final Fantasy 15 got delayed.
Yeah, they got to spit some more DLC out
till November 29th. They said they're doing quality testing.
It's only been in development for 2 decades. I mean,
they want it to be up to snuff to live up to expectation. Nothing's been living up to expectation here recently.
No.
Ghostbusters.
And No Man's Sky, apparently.
I did hear from a couple people that No Man's Sky is pretty boring. I've already seen a couple copies popping up on the local trading groups and shit.
Yeah. It's something I was afraid of. I still want to give it a fair shake, but one problem with procedurally generated games is very, like, while everything you see is like first time ever, nothing you'll see is just like it. The devil's in the details, and nothing you see is just like it. But everything's really fucking similar. And it's hard to get around that. I think where they fucked up from what I've seen is they didn't use many assets to spread around in the random generations of the universe. So planet A and B might be, you can quantify them as totally individual planets, but the only difference is like this one's got green rocks and the other one has red rocks, So there's a lot of complaints about that, and also the PC side has been horribly optimized from what I've seen. I haven't played it, so I couldn't speak to it, but it's kind of disappointing. It looked really good.
I'd still like to try it out myself.
I'm going to give it a fair shake. I'm definitely going to sell the 7 Seas and try it before I buy it. I've been burned too many times. I don't buy a game without either being 100% certain from gameplay footage or hype. Like, and very few games hype me out. Like, I'm going to buy the new Berserk game, brand new, just off hype, because it's Berserk and I fucking love it. And it looks
kind of how I'm Friday 13th.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I backed the Kickstarter on that. So.
Yeah. But other than that,
it's going to be my game.
Those rare exceptions, if I don't buy it until I have my hands on it. Whether or not I have to break a few laws to do that.
Shh, don't tell people that.
I'm not saying I do. I'm just
not
saying,
a good criminal tactic.
I never said I do.
It's kind of like,
I'm just saying I might.
we may have to consider getting a new mascot and spokespeople after this latest one.
Yeah.
I don't know about attaching our name to this whole psychic hotline thing.
I don't know. It's kind of shady to me.
I've never believed in psychic hotlines.
I never believed in crackheads.
Yeah, that's true. They work for bags of roasted peanuts, so fuck yeah. Nintendo's long arm of the law is struck again. And there's a fan hack game called Pokemon Uranium that
I won't call it a fan hack. It's just a game that they developed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, 1.5 million downloads.
Yeah.
That does not lie. And Nintendo come in and, of course, shut it down.
Yeah.
Seen that happened recently.
Yeah, they've done this for all the various Pokemon Online games, too. And I'm like, don't y'all see the fucking demand here? Why don't you make a Pokemon MMO? If the Pokemon MMO came out and it was actually had a gameplay unlike Pokemon Go.
I was going to say, Brandon, there is a Pokemon MMORPG.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
No, there's a Pokemon Click Farm game that people are confused with as an actual game, but there's no Pokemon.
Speaking of Pokemon Go, I did see where somebody showed me a website the other day that displays Open GPS somehow. They were emulating Android on their PC and emulating a Pokemon Go that's out for PC.
Yeah.
And it pretty much was an overview map of the area and all the Pokemon in the area. And get this, do you know what you do to catch the Pokemon?
Click on them.
Click it.
Yep.
That's it.
How exhilarating. You know what the difference between that and Pokemon Go is? You swap in Pokemon Go.
That's true. You might throw 50 Pokeballs for nothing. That's okay, though. They conveniently can buy more. I think it's 3 for 99 cents.
I think it's a lot more than that for 99 cents.
I don't know. I haven't played enough. Somebody will correct me, I'm sure.
I uninstalled that shit from my phone. I regret installing that on my phone more than anything else in life.
More than anything else in life?
Yes. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty deep.
One time, I bungee jumped off a bridge with a rope tied to my cock, and I regret that less than installing Pokemon Go.
Makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
I always kind of wondered why it looked like a shrimp half-eaten hanging off of a barnacle on a boat.
I always preferred Peach Laffy Taffy. Someone rolled.
It's just not as funny though.
Someone rolled silly putty between their hands.
I was just thinking, Laffy Taffy, if you get condoms, this has got jokes wrote all over it. It's like a wax fucking paper condom.
But yeah, Nintendo, they see that the demand's there. They'd make a Pokemon MMO, like a legit one that was fun and good. I would just buy an Oculus Rift or Vive, and I would just like jack into the Pokématrix and just wither away until I die.
that people would come and visit you, you just be wearing that headset, kind of like you and the chair have become one. You're like fused together like an H.R. Geiger painting or some shit. And somebody be like, it's been 32 years since he jacked into Kanto. He's yet to leave.
Eventually go this full lawnmower man, just turn to dust to get sucked into the Pokeverse.
Fucking Pierce Brosnan just shows up and is like, I must hack the mainframe. Get to there and you're just like, what would you, if you were sucked in a Pokemon game, like what would you do to control lawnmowers telepathically on the outside? You're just like, I don't know. You'd just be like a fucking...
I would infiltrate Pokemon Go and change all the Pokemon into Pidgeys. Oh, wait. That's already been done.
That's true. That's true. That's pretty good, though.
We're on the Pokemon
He never
train.
leaves Kanto, do you say? Nobody goes in. Nobody comes out.
Pokemon Snap's coming to the Wii U this week.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I actually really enjoyed Pokemon Snap back in the day.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by it. Pokemon Snap was and Pokemon Stadium. Those two games I played first time I got high when I was like 11 years old or some shit.
God, you started early.
I did.
I started late. I didn't get stoned until I was like 17.
This is why I have memory problems.
It's okay.
Axiom Verge is coming to the Wii U on September 1st.
Is it exciting?
Yeah, you know, I could get it on PC. But, you know, it's cool. More shit on the Wii.
Phoenix Software has recently announced that they are releasing their RPG Infinity, which was originally supposed to come out in 2001. They have almost recompleted it. It came out right at the time Game Boy Advance was fixing to drop. And they started working on it pretty much, and they just disbanded. The team did. And they never finished it. And out of the blue, they have apparently got back together and started programming again. And they said sometime in 2016, you'll be able to download it.
Awesome.
So, it's going to be kind of cool getting a new Game Boy Color RPG.
If only it was coming out on a cart.
Yeah, I know.
So there's a Sega 3D Classics Collections coming, I think, November 4th. It's going to be on 3DS, digital or physical. It's got Sonic, Thunderblade, Galaxy Force 2, Altered Beast, Maze Walker, Power Drift, Puyo Puyo 2, Fantasy Zone 2, and Fantasy Zone 2, Tears of Opa Opa.
Tears of Opa Opa.
Yeah. Some wicked tears.
I don't know how I feel about that. Bit more news, I guess. I was going to say something about Game Fest.
I got one more thing before
escaped
that.
me. Okay. Do it to it.
There's a new Source game, GoldenEye Source. It is apparently a fan recreation of GoldenEye 007 and the Source engine. Whether or not Nintendo is going to shut it down within 5 seconds, nobody knows. They are.
Whoa, shut it down.
So I would recommend downloading it before that happens.
Oh, yeah.
It looked pretty cool.
I think I've seen a little bit about that today, actually, scrolling through some shit.
Yeah, I imagine GoldenEye would probably be pretty damn fun on a PC with the freedom of the mouse. So I might get that and throw it on an old PC at GameFest.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've already been asked a couple times about GoldenEye. That's been a popular question.
Yeah.
From like the 4 people I've talked to thus far. We haven't really, we're still in the planning stages. We got some ideas for what we're trying to do, though.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to require a little more funding than others, so.
Yeah, did have an official list of tournaments. I'm just going to list off the top of my head. Smash Bros. Is going to be our big one. Smash Bros. Wii U, not Melee. Then there's going to be a Smash Bros. Wii U kids only tournament, 12 and under, free entry. Because I might have mentioned, I'm sure I mentioned this at some point. I hate seeing little kids getting just destroyed by the adults. And I don't blame the adults because they paid entry into the tournament. It just kind of sucks. So if they want to play in the free and pay to get into the adult one and get their asses kicked, that's fine too. But I want something separate for them. So there'll be the Smash Bros. Kids that's free for 12 and under. Mortal Kombat X was popular.
Indeed.
Pokken tournament. I want that. Nidhogg. Nidhogg's got to come back. Nidhogg is amazing.
I'm going to do a Mario speedrun.
Yep.
Sega Bass Fishing Tournament will be making a return.
Possibly Donkey Kong Miss Pac-Man high score.
That's I'm really hoping. Right now, we're going to have, we know of at least 3 MAME arcade cabinets.
Yeah.
I think we could do that, though, if we had about 4.
If we get at least one MAME cabinet, or I prefer the dedicated originals, obviously, but it's a bit of a stretch at this point. But if we just get a decent MAME cabinet with a 4-way stick,
I thought, too, I mean, we could go in on the dip switch settings and just set it where you got one man to get as far, rack up as high a score as you can get.
Yeah.
That'd be easy, too. Just do it, kind of like the speedrun thing. Maybe even just be like, hey, if you want to do a Miss Pac-Man challenge, you can do it for $2, or maybe we can everybody at once do it. Like do 4 at a time and do like a small bracket or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. We're trying to talk about getting somebody to come, but that's kind of. I mean, that's up in the air right now, so I'm not gonna say nothing about that shit.
Yeah, and there's another thing that I've been working on. I won't know till next month, but we possibly got some cool shit coming y'all's way.
Yeah, one thing. This is what I was gonna say earlier. It's news that is confirmed. When you said the Vive or Oculus,
yeah,
we will have the Oculus. TJ and the guys from Astro Moose will have their Oculus setups, the ones that were there last year, and they got a Vive setup.
I want to try that Vive. Did they say they got the whole sensor setup or just the headset?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I hope
with
it's
you.
the sensors.
I know we're going to have that there.
Gonna have some vendor booths.
We're going to have a few vendor booths available. We ain't put a big announcement about that out yet, as we still got to kind of figure out a floor plan.
Next Monday, I'm going to try to get out there. Since I'm going to be on the second shift, that leaves me open during the day because they're only there at the building from 9 to 1. Damn near impossible for me normally. But I'm going to take advantage of that and go out there and measure everything and get floor plans.
I can about safely say I know we'll have at least 3 vendor booths probably.
Yeah.
We're hoping to have about 5 or 6, but that's just all pending.
Yeah, we got a lot more shit this year too. And luckily we got a lot more room. I think between me and Lyle, we got nearly 50 consoles and, consoles and PCs.
Now, any listener that is generous and would like to just donate a console if you're a collector and have some extras, we're needing an Atari 2600, an Atari Jaguar, Philips CDI, anything real just out there. And if it don't work, send it to us. We'll fix the shit out of it. That's fine. I'll send you a broken Sega 32X.
We say donate, but
I'll cry into
let
it.
us borrow it. We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
And if it breaks, we'll fucking buy you
a new one.
Yeah, I think that's it. Atari 2600, Atari Jaguar. I don't know if we're going to get a CDI, but maybe if someone offers one up, why not?
Yeah, I'm just saying. As far as stuff we don't have, Neo Geo.
Yeah. Neo Geo.
That'd be a
Turbo Duo.
Yes, Turbo Duo. If you even got a working Turbo CD. Man, I don't know about taking Turbo CD on because knowing our luck, they're so finicky. We do just something minute and it break, and I'm like, well, we're out $500.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll have a 3DO and a Sega CD and a PlayStation 1 on hand to satisfy your disc-based gaming. I mean, there'll be a GameCube and an Xbox and a PlayStation 2. So
yeah,
for as far as old school disc gaming, though, we'll have a 3DO and Sega CD on hand to show you the truly ugly side of full motion video gaming.
Yeah,
might have Power Rangers running on Sega CD again this year. That was a popular one.
Maybe
or
cool.
Sonic CD. I don't know.
I got a Virtual Boy this year.
That's gonna be sexy.
I can't wait to see.
We're
someone
gonna
have
put a
seizure.
convenient puke bucket right next to it.
I'm gonna set it up beside the other virtual reality, and be like past, future.
I'm gonna bring my Warzone.
Oh God.
Like I will have it set up where I actually have to pay you $5 to play it. Actually, let me give you $2, kid. You're gonna regret.
Someone
this.
comes in and says, "You fucked up. I'm gonna take advantage of this," and that is leave the room in seizures and throwing up.
They go outside. There's just like a bullet hole right through the fucking R-zone lens, right in the back of their head. They just couldn't handle the R-zone. They got in that real zone. They just fucking. They did it up. Hopefully, nothing like that happens. We're gonna have some nachos. Probably like some burgers and stuff.
Pizza.
Working on the food stuff. We're gonna have snacks for you this year.
Yep. Well, we will have to make signs. No food and drinks at the arcades.
Indeed. A big thing on the arcades is no. I'm gonna have to have all kinds of shit posted everywhere. Of course, like these consoles are personal property and all that. Last time I went to Pints and Pixels, I noticed some kids on that Miss Pac-Man machine and the Donkey Kong giving that thing hell. And we can't afford some shit like that to get messed up.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun time.
We had good luck at last Game Fest. I think we'll be too.
It's going to be a good time.
So what else was there?
If you are local and would like to actually maybe get in for free and help work all day, somebody we could trust, please give us a holler or a recommendation. Yeah. We're looking to put a small group of people together to really help with everything. I already got a couple people in mind. I got a leader kind of picked out, but I don't know. Let us know what you can do.
Yeah, we need people to help us set up. And when we say that, people that can follow instructions. I don't mean that to be derogatory, but some people just can't follow instructions, and I'd rather just them not help at all. And we probably could use a tournament organizer too, just to take some of it off me and Lyle's back. Because last year, me and Lyle did not get to enjoy the event hardly at all. So we're going to try to take more off of us so we can actually sit down and fucking enjoy it some. Because the day after Game Fest last year, I was so tired.
Oh yeah, I think I took off work that Monday just because I was still lagged. Yeah,
it was intense. We might do a midnight recording too, a live recording if y'all want to stick around for that. As it gets closer, we'll know because we're gonna have our plates full, and by the time midnight rolls around, we might just be too damn tired. We get up on stage and look like a couple of goddamn zombies and bore you to death.
Everybody's just like, man, everything was good till I sat here for this fucking bullshit. I'm gonna go home and strangle my wife just because. Actually, hopefully no.
Unless she's a bitch and
God, we're just taking some dark turns tonight.
Oh yeah. Also, go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, Brandon. Shit.
I almost let it slip.
You did.
Almost.
It's okay. You go fuck yourself for almost letting it slip.
I should.
You should. Just do it live on the air. We'll be semi-live.
We ain't got the camera soaked up.
We don't. It's okay. It's only almost 11 o'clock. I gotta be up in 4.5 hours.
Yep.
5.5 hours.
Yeah, this is gonna be a shitty episode. Sorry, guys.
Fuck it. Fuck y'all. But sorry.
Fuck everything. Fuck my life.
I'm pretty sure that's it for news, though.
I think that's it for news.
I'm going to close this notebook because there's nothing else I have prepared. That's how shitty of a host I am.
Yeah, I had something prepared, but because I blew my load prematurely, you could say. Because, episode 68, I talked about Baldur's Gate, and I was going to do a multi-episode thing. Then, after that, I realized, fuck, we're doing a sexy episode on 69. So, I was planning on just bringing in the next chapter of Baldur's Gate in here, but I'm like, it's a week out of my memory already. it's going to be like reading goddamn Wikipedia at this point. I'm going to bore y'all to death with that. So I might pick up Baldur's Gate again at some other point and get into it, but for now, it's on pause. So me and Lyle sat down and played us some Wild Guns.
We played
coming
Wild
to Good Ole
Guns.
Gamers Gamefest.
That is one reason we're so late recording, because we kind of got obsessed for a minute.
Yeah, trying to beat level 1.
And did we ever beat level 1?
Got close.
Got close, but no.
We're assuming that could just be another mid-boss.
Shit. It's a fun game, but it is an extremely difficult game. For those of you unfamiliar, Wild Guns is like a 94, 95 game by Natsume.
And very expensive.
One of the pricey SNES games. I think
sets you back like $300-$400.
Yeah, I was thinking 4 to 5, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It's pretty expensive, but how would you describe the gameplay? It's kind of like, it makes me think of the scenes in Contra, like the behind the back shooting, kind of like third person behind the back. Yeah. Using a cursor, but able to move your character left and right.
It's definitely, you could say it's a single playing game. You do got left and right. You can jump, so you could technically consider that another plane, but it's for simplicity's sake, single plane, left and right. And you're shooting cowboys and robots in front of your character. And sometimes a psycho knife guy comes up beside you and you gotta hit him with a gun. It's very intense. It's very anime-ish, I would say. And the fact that it is such a bizarre combination of cowboys and robots. It's like an
anime and...
it reminds me of Trigun a lot.
Yeah, it's like that anime satirical Western characters, like how they felt our cowboys and shit looked.
Yeah.
With mechs thrown in.
Yeah.
It's addictive. I've known about the game, but that's the first time I've actually sit down and played the game.
I played it as a kid, and I remember not liking it a shitload, and up until we sat down and played it then, I was like, it's kind of overrated, because I knew the price of it, and I knew my experience with it. And I think once the awkwardness of the controls wears off on you, it gets a lot more fun.
Oh, yeah. It kind of operates like a bullet hell.
Yeah.
A little bit.
But you move your character left and right with a D-pad, and then you got a jump button, you got a shoot button, you got a bomb button, and...
somehow you have like a super power-up that we never figured out how to activate.
Yeah, I've done it a few times on accident. I'm sure it's something horribly silly, or simple.
While you're talking about that, I'm going to look and see. I'm curious as a motherfucker.
One strategy we did find, and it's not necessarily the best strategy, but the game gets a lot easier if you just stop playing it.
Just tune out and drop out.
Because at every stage, you have a timer at the bottom. When that timer hits 0, the boss comes out. You can just dodge enemy fire until that timer runs out.
It really comes in handy, though, if you get like a super powerful gun right before a boss comes out.
Yeah, that way you wait those last 10, 20 seconds.
Don't waste your ammo.
Yeah. The downside is, because you're not killing shit, though, you're not gathering up bombs, more ammo, more points. Because the more points you get, you build up that meter, and that meter is what depletes when you use your like Super Saiyan ability.
I'm having to restart my phone. That's what I'm trying to look up, is how you activate that special meter.
So we never got past the first level.
It's got some huge fucking boss fights in it just for that first level.
The first boss is like a Terminator-looking robot with a sombrero, I would say.
If you Star Wars fans are familiar, it kind of looks like, to me, like IG-88 wearing a tequila vest and a sombrero.
Yeah. And the second boss is just like random business suit douche who quick draws on you.
And crawls on the ground like a baby. I think he's tripping on mescaline.
He's
probably like, I'm a baby. No, I'm a homicidal maniac, but I'm still a baby. He just... that is... Make that... Oh, it makes you think of Rosemary's Baby. Oh, your baby's so cute. Why does it have hooves? Why did it, like, hiss at my husband? Well, yes, he's a preacher for a living.
Why is it the Beezrebub?
That's Beezrebub right there. My God. He's making sweet tea for everybody, but do not drink Beezrebub sweet tea. It's nothing to cause.
But yeah,
many effects.
really wasn't that hard. Just once you figured it out, it was just if he stopped, you fucking jumped because by the time he shot his bullet, you did not. It was too late, so he had to be jumping before he even shot at you. The last boss was as a giant ass Mackey fell on the roof of a building.
Looks like something out of Mega Man X, pretty much.
And he's pretty simple, but it's still difficult. He has 2 moves that we've seen because we never beat him. He could have been like a final bullshit stage, but he has a minigun and he'll spray the ground like half the screen nearly with a minigun, and then he will launch 3 volleys of 2 missiles that do a little crisscross. And he'll sit there and spam those.
It is a
missiles.
motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's a pattern to dodging them. We just never quite got it down right. I know sometimes walking was the best way to dodge it. Other times...
I kind of was watching. I think what it does, because it shoots 2 sets of missiles out. It's three sets of 2 missiles. Mm-hmm. And they hit kind of like, you know, double. And what I noticed you were doing that was almost foolproof, I think if you kind of get on the edge of the screen when he does it and start walking, and if you walk past the first set and then jump and do like the double jump, because when you done the double jump, like you were in air when they both the last 4 hit the ground. Because I noticed every time you would die, it's because one of them hit the ground and you would touch the flame out of it, and it's like instant kill.
Yeah, that's one of the things in this game. You need 1 bullet, 1 kill.
No exceptions.
Yeah, one pixel of an explosion, you're dead. You do have a bomb move, a screen clear move, and surprisingly, it's very effective against the bosses. A lot of games with those moves, they're great for the trash enemies, but they don't do shit to a boss. But on here, they'll fuck a boss up. Now that final boss, we never got past them, so I couldn't tell you of the effectiveness against them, but the first 2 bosses, like, twice would fucking kill them. But then you'd get to the 3rd boss and be missing bombs. So another good strategy, though, for that final boss, when he'd launch the missiles, you could use your bomb move to clear the screen of those missiles.
I'm still looking around trying to figure out how to one thing that's really like annoying is if you don't hold down the fire button and you go to tap it, they throw a fucking lasso.
Yeah.
It's handy, but it's also annoying.
Yeah, the lasso, if you hit someone with it, and it's kind of a double-edged sword there, because when you are spinning your lasso, you're completely vulnerable. But if you hit them, they're paralyzed. Completely fucking worthless on trash enemies. But on bosses, you can get a good 3 or 4 second window of just spam raping them if you paralyze them with it. It's very risky, though.
This says you just fill that meter up and it gives it to you.
I thought I used it before I filled it up.
It just says when a player's bullets hit an enemy, a gauge at the bottom of the screen will gradually fill. Once filled, the player will be awarded with a Vulcan gun, the most powerful weapon in the game, which grants invincibility. The gauge will then begin to deplete, and the Vulcan gun will disappear once empty.
Okay.
Which, I mean, that's a Wikipedia. That ain't got to be the truth.
Yeah. That's probably right.
But, I mean, we never activated it with any weird button combination or anything,
right.
So that makes sense.
It's also a 2-player game, and you get to choose either as Clint, the big muscly cowboy, or Ann, the big-titted cowgirl.
Yeah. Oh, and my Fanny Annie.
But yeah,
meet me out behind
we're going to have
this
at GameFest, and I'm looking forward to sitting down and playing some 2-player with it. I thought about maybe doing a high score contest with it too, but we'll see. I wish I could say more because we never got past level 1.
No. And we literally played it for about an hour.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, hour and a half maybe.
It was wild.
Yeah. Definitely worth a check out. Emulate it because, it's fucking expensive.
Or find you a good repro somewhere.
Yeah.
I was going to talk about Harvest Moon tonight, but with my situation at hand, I kind of feel like I don't want to just...
You don't want to skim over it.
I just don't want to throw together a little Harvest Moon episode because I actually have some ties with that game somewhat. Yeah. So
I kind of want to take my time. We're sorry. Game Fest has pretty much been our priority all week. If it makes you feel any better, we're going to be recording this Saturday, so we'll have more of an episode for you then, too, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not near drunk enough to record tonight either.
That's true. We've just went through all of our consoles and figured out what all we needed to get at 100%, and all of our TVs, we got all that gathered up, and we got to start taking inventory then, which just reminds us we're probably going to need some more TVs. If you want to let us borrow some for Game Fest, that would be much appreciated.
I'm estimating as far as CRTs go, we're probably going to need about 8 to 10 more.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah, at the least. Which I don't know. 8 to 10 more.
And we're also going to run into a space issue because if we had hooked up everything we had, we'd have like 50 consoles. I don't think we got enough room for that here.
The smaller the TV at this point, the better, as long as it's not just
we got the big
crazy.
we got the big bastard TVs covered, and we're going to use those for like some 4-player N64 or lot gun games, that kind of thing. The smaller TVs, like, what do you say, 18-inch, somewhere around there, is a really good. That's a really good number for us.
If you got any small HD TVs, we could use them for something too.
Yeah. We're pretty good on TVs with RF only. Like the TVs we need at least need to have the RCA, AV, red and yellow jacks, or white and yellow, or red, white and yellow. Some of them,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really all we need. We're pretty good on consoles.
If you got any suggestions for something random you'd like to see, let us know. Because we're still in the planning stages, so if you just come up with something cool, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
You'd get full credit.
Mm-hmm. It also depends on interest, because I've seen some decent ideas floating around. It's just like, well, yeah, that's cool, but 3 people would be interested. So that's one thing that's hard about setting up retro tournaments is
it's a niche category to begin with.
Yeah, everybody's got their own favorites from their childhood. This guy likes Street Fighter. This guy likes Mortal Kombat 2. This guy likes Tekken, whatever. And it's really hard to gather everybody under one retro game like that. That's just why I think the things like this Mario speedrun and that work so well, because it's not a one-on-one pressure tournament. You just kind of casually go over there and do your thing, have some fun with it. I know last year we tried organizing the GoldenEye tournament, and we didn't get hardly any interest in that. I ain't seen much interest in like a Street Fighter 2 Turbo tournament. Everyone, as far as tournaments go, most people are more interested in the newer stuff.
Mortal Kombat X, Smash 4. Yeah. We talked about doing Pokemon.
I didn't. We
didn't say nothing that earlier.
We didn't, but yeah, Pokemon on 3DS. It's going to be Alpha, Sapphire, and Mega Ruby, and I think that might include Black and White too. I'm not sure.
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, Cheyenne's going to handle that for us, and I'm going to get those rules posted soon so people can start preparing for that. I think that's about it.
Yeah. We want to do a true tale from Alabama?
Yeah, we got a true tale. It's all too true.
Well, Brandon, tonight's true tale is kind of like a bad dream. I can still smell the gunpowder now. Okay, fun story. Back in my early 20s, I lived at a certain, then considered prestigious apartment complex in Coleman. Brandon also used to live there as well, the same age, and pretty nice complex. They're fairly new at the time.
Yeah,
they're very expensive. Lived there for about 2 years. My brother took a job working out of town. Well, he didn't. He only come home like once every 3 months. So when he come home, we tried to get together and celebrate. He come home one time. My little brother was making like some mad ass money, and he came over to my apartment. And he had steaks, chicken, shrimp, all kinds of shit. So we was going to grill. I went and bought 2 cases of beer, bought a big bottle of Jim Beam. We was going to party. And we're all down there drinking, sitting around the grill. And we lived in the middle building. Like, there were 3 buildings total. We lived in the middle building, in the middle hallway, on the 2nd floor. First door on the left on the 2nd floor. Anyways, we're down there grilling. We had these 2 neighbors, these two gay guys that lived together, and they were kind of odd, but they were always friendly. Mm-hmm. You know, like, and I'm saying odd in the sense like you'll hear exactly what I mean in a minute. We were grilling. Well, said guy number 1, never seen guy number 2. Guy number 1 comes out wearing nothing but overalls while we're grilling.
Let's call him Tom.
Tom comes out. Tom comes stumbling down there and sees that my roommate, Matt, is smoking a cigarette. He's like, hey, man, care if I get one of them? Matt's like, no, man, fine. Well, this dude comes over to us, and we get to looking at him. This dude has blood all over him. All over these overalls, all over him. And I'm just kind of like eyeball, you know, and he got closer, and Matt's seen it too. We're all just kind of, there's like 4 of us standing out there. We're all just kind of, you know, a little bit in shock.
Yeah.
Looking this dude up and down, and he goes, oh, man, you won't believe what's going on, man. Me and my lover are having some problems. And we're just kind of like, yeah, y'all having some problems? You know, just trying to make small talk with the guy. And they're like, is there anything we can do to help? And he's like, no. Boy, we was up there snorting some sort of pills, and boy, he got mad at me, and I got mad at him. He just started stabbing the hell out of me. Oh, he starts saying this shit, and I'm immediately like just cutting my eyes at Matt, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck have we got ourselves into? Because this dude's obviously on something. He's not drunk. He's probably like on painkillers or something. He's fucked up. We get to looking. He's like, he started stabbing me, and then he turned a knife on himself. He started slicing his legs up. Telling us all this shit. Well, he's talking to Matt mainly, you know, but kind of looking at everybody. And I just shoot my eyes up and down this dude. It's like I'm saying, he's wearing nothing but overalls. Shooting my eyes everywhere, and there's not a fucking stab wound anywhere on this guy's body. So immediately, you know, he turns around. He's on the phone. He goes to wander off. And Matt's like, man, that's fucked up. And I lean in. I'm just kind of like, dude, that's not his blood. I'm like, that other dude's up there, like, dead in their bathtub or some shit. And I'm like, he's cleaved him in fucking twain, man. Like, I've seen too many horror movies. Like, he's done fucking frolicked around the apartment wearing that other guy's face as a fucking mask by now. It was like, now I'm going to go howl in the moonlight. You know, like, some crazy shit like that. And just real freaky. Well, he comes back after getting off the phone and starts, you know, just keeps asking, where do we live? What apartment we live in, all this shit. Well, food's getting done at this point, and we're kind of just all creeped out. We get all the shit together, and he's like, well, where do y'all live? And Matt gives him a fake fucking floor. He's like, we live on like E on the 3rd floor. Don't think nothing of it. We take our food in, and there's about 10 people in the apartment at this point. And we're all talking, and we're explaining the story, and I'm like, man, it's fucked up. Matt looks out the window, and we see this dude coming up the sidewalk into our building. This dude, we can hear him on every floor, like knocking on doors, going, where y'all at? Where are you at? Freaky as fuck. You know, at this point, I'm just kind of like, oh, man, this guy's going to come in here and try carving us up.
It's like the classic tropes where, like, a character's hiding in the room and the serial killer comes in there, like, checking all the closets. And
Candy cane. Yeah. Yeah, like, Candy cane, where are you? Fucking, just like that. Well, Matt had 2 shotguns. And keep in mind, we're all drinking and shit. And, Matt takes 2, and Matt, you just have to know my friend Matt. He's one of my best friends on the planet. And he's not so much like this anymore. He's a civil man now. He's married, lives in a house and shit. But back in the day when he got drunk, he makes me think of like a monkey. Have you ever seen that movie Altered States where that dude de-evolves back to an ape He makes me think of that because he got drunk one time in Birmingham in a show. This is a side note, and just runs off and disappears. Gets mad at his now wife. Just runs off, disappears. Can't find him. Go to this random fucking park like 5 blocks from where we're at, and I'm just standing there smoking, like looking around everywhere, and look, this motherfucker's like hanging upside down in a tree, just swinging by his feet and arms, like laughing and shit. I'm just like, you will die down here doing that, you drunk bastard. But anyways. He sets these 2 guns by the door. And this dude, we're all real quiet, turn the lights off and sit there, and we hear this dude knock. And he never comes to our door, but he goes to the first floor and the third floor. And he stands out in the parking lot just yelling at some point. I don't know if he was yelling back at the balcony and that dude was out on the balcony or something. He just kept yelling, and all I remember him saying was like, fuck! Mother! Fuck! You know, at this point, somebody had called the police because they came later that night for him. But what had happened is he walked back to his apartment. We seen the cops talk to him. The cops left. Well, we seen the dude, and this is all over the course of like 3 hours. The police left. I don't guess, at that point I'm like, well, I don't guess he killed nobody. Because if they did, they'd have took his ass to jail right there.
Yeah.
It's probably something stupid. They leave. We see that dude outside again, and he walks back in their building. Easy enough. Think the night's over. Well, we got 3 or 4 people going to leave, and there's still about 5 or 6 there. And mind you, there's about 30 beer cans all over this apartment, everywhere. Beer cans. And you can tell everybody's been drinking. Matt's drunk ass, and I'm sitting in the floor Indian style beside the door. Matt's drunk ass picks the first shotgun up, carries it into the bedroom, puts it up. For some reason, he comes back and he just gets this wild hair. He's like, ooh, ooh, and he's like putting the fucking barrel on his bottom lip, pointing up, and he's like, woo, I'm gonna take a load off. I'm Kurt Cobain. Woo, keeps doing that shit. And like, I swear to God, dude, this shit was in fucking slow motion because the whole time I'm watching him do this, I'm sitting on the floor. I look, and the fucking hammer on the shotgun's like pulled back. And I'm just like, Matt, and he's doing this as people are going out the door. A couple of our friends, one of our friends and his now wife, are going out the door. He's doing this, and I'm just like, Matt, the hammer is pulled. And before I could even finish, Matt just, as goofy as he is, literally, hey, say this is the shotgun. He takes the shotgun out of his mouth, smiles at everybody, and kind of tilts it toward the door and goes to pop the barrel to get the shotgun shell out. Right when he does it, it's an old ass shotgun, crosses the firing pin instantly. It just goes, football! You have never seen so many drunk hipster white kids take off fucking running as fast as they did.
I bet that's the fastest you've ever been sober.
Oh, dude, I did some goddamn Jackie Chan shit. I was sitting Indian style, and I literally, I imagine if there was a recreation, I just jumped up, but I was instantly up on my feet. But in my head, I, jumped and did, 3 backflips and just landed perfectly, use the force to...
In reality, you shoot yourself so hard you levitated off the ground.
Yeah, shit, self-propulsion to the max.
Poop rocket.
Oh, turd rocketing. But, no, I literally jumped to my feet instantly. My friend Seth and this girl he was with and a couple other people. Fun story, won't name any names on this because I don't advocate drug use, but a couple people that were just transients that were friends of my friend Seth. Were in Coleman from Birmingham passing through, and they had just taken a bunch of ecstasy. So, they were tripping real good when this shit happened. And I always thought that was fucking hilarious. I'm like, boy, those people, were scared to death driving back to Birmingham. I'm like, I can't wait to get home and eat my granola brand cereal with my fucking organic blueberries. I'm never going to a roughneck place like Coleman, Alabama again. I can't wait to be in the hands of my favorite dashboard confessional record because I'm going to get home and comb my hair so goddamn hard it never goes out of style. And I'm going to thank Jesus for these tight jeans every day. I just imagine that's what they were thinking. But, anywho, Matt fucking discharges this shotgun and shoots through the door. Literally, just cartoon style, just blows a fucking flower-like hole out of the backside of this door.
It's like shooting the liquidator in the head.
Yeah, exactly. I just imagine the door would be like, just. I'd be like, God damn, that's why you're going to have to pay $900 to replace that door. Jesus, shit, that's like a T1000. That's the actual brand name. Who orders doors from Skynet?
I want to go to Lowe's or Home Depot now and let's go ask them, yeah, y'all got a T1000?
Yeah, they're like, what is that? I'm like, well, if I want it to look like a mahogany door, it'll look like a mahogany door, but it's actually metal. I'd be like, what?
Self-healing.
I'd be like, it's made, the company's name's Skynet, and they're on their fucking Lowe's like, oh, we don't carry any Skynet. I'm like, we're obviously not the future. Just storm out fucking angry. But anywho, it blows a hole through this door. It fucking pepper sprays the door frame going down the stairs. Sprays pellet spray into the neighbor's door across the way. Luckily, she wasn't home. And you know what the great story about this is? All these people run off. My best friend just shot a hole through the front door with a fucking... Or my roommate shot a hole through the front door with a shotgun. The police never came. And another fun story. I mean, I can say this was over 10 years ago, and I'm legally fine now, but used to smoke a little of the devil's cabbage back in the day. We had this
Devil's cabbage.
used to...
I've taken a few marijuanas in my day.
Yeah.
I know. I was friends with this guy named Timmy. He took 3 and he died.
Yep. He just can't handle his marijuanas. Me, though, I still look like Iggy Pop.
The key is suppository.
And I agree. If the more you know, if I'd only known then what I only know now, whatever. But
they call that the smuggler's run.
You know what they actually? It's a fun story working in the construction field. I went to oversee a remodel on Limestone County Jail.
Nice.
And Morgan County work release people aren't allowed to smoke, and they all have buglers. This dude's passing out like 30 buglers. And I get talking to this dude. I'm like, how's he get all them cigarettes? They're in here not allowed to smoke. And he's like, he dings them. And I'm like, he dings them? And he's like, yeah, dinging. They ding them every day. He's like, watch before quitting time. And I'm sitting there watching, and all these dudes are lining up going in this porta-john and coming out like they're putting their cigarette butts in their butthole. They call that dinging. Another true Alabama tale, a little footnote of Alabama. But
that puts a whole different meaning to ding dong.
Yeah. But the funny thing is when the devil's lettuce or cabbages come around, it's
Satan's kill.
Beezrebub's lettuce. Beezrebub's poke salad. Oh, Beezrebub's toke salad. That's pretty good. Anyways, like, we didn't have nothing major, but just, our neighbor above us knew that we partook every once in a while. And he was from Michigan, like 8 Mile, Michigan, I guess. Like he was
8 Mile.
He's G money, but he was real deal. Like he was real gangsta, OG. He literally, after this shotgun blast goes off, he knows what that fucking noise is. He's heard it before. Oh, I got to sneeze. I got pause. Sorry, I had to sneeze, but he knows what this noise is, and within like 35 seconds after the shotgun goes off through the door, blows a hole, Matt's crying. Shotgun's like thrown in the bedroom. He's panicking. We're thinking the police coming. There's knock on the door, and I'm like, oh, the fucking cops here. Open door, not the cops. neighbor Bub from Michigan. It's him, and he's got these two huge black guys standing behind him like security detail, and he's literally got his hands crossed and goes, "What you need from me?" Real fucking like mafia style, like, where's he at? You know, he'd have thought we'd have fucking pulled the shower curtain down and shot somebody in the That's how we rolled. You know, this motherfucker owes you 38 cents. Dust his motherfucking ass. Get that goddamn shower curtain down. It's about to look like Tony Montana running a shit parade in this motherfucker. But no, and, you know, we're just like, no, everything's fine. We just told him what happened. He's like, I knew I heard that gunshot.
Everything's fine. Don't mind the hole in the door.
Yeah, and I was, you know, there's still smoke like fucking billowing out of the door, just puffing out easily. Yeah, it's just like, damn, we gonna get kicked the fuck out. We didn't. We went and told the landlord what happened. She's like laughing about it. So I'm just glad nobody got hurt. And Matt's like, oh man, me too. And she's like, now about paying about that door. Pretty sure Matt had to pay like $1,400 to replace that door. It was an ungodly amount. But it was a terrifying time at the time, but now it's something we look back on. I'm like, damn, that's fucking hilarious. I'm like, I am surprised nothing happened.
I'm surprised I never got into a similar situation. The first apartments I moved into, College Park Apartments.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. When I went to pay rent one day, the landlord there, or property manager, whatever, he had a gun magazine out, and he was peddling guns to these shady as fuck characters who also were living there. And he was like, yeah, I can get you this, this, and this for this price. And they're like, yeah, I need that. I need the 30-round clip and all this kind of shit like that. And he's like, oh, you can't have these on the premises, though. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm like, yeah.
That's kind of like somebody being like, look, I'm going to sell you this entire kilo of crack cocaine, but you can't smoke it here.
Yeah.
You make a nice paperweight, but you can't smoke it here. Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yep.
30 minutes later, like, oh, he didn't say nothing about snorting it. Loophole. Yeah, that's a true tale from Alabama.
That is very true.
Pretty good. Pretty funny.
Question of the week. Last week's question, nobody had the balls to answer except for Chasen.
Yeah, thank you for your ball of courage.
Last week's question was, what's the sexiest game you've played, and what do you like most about it? So,
you know what the sexiest game I played, Brandon, is that some people probably can't say?
What's that?
Life. It's called fucking for real. Most of the time, I'm just getting the fucking.
I didn't even think about that question.
Probably Leisure Suit Larry, I guess, or maybe GTA 5 going into the strip club and hooking up with honeys and then shooting the shit out of them.
I don't know.
I enjoy that.
As far as games that got my rocks off the most, I'd have to say Mario Paint. Draw Mario Paint porn as a kid. It's pretty sweet.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, okay, something I was a part of around the age of 12. We all got, me and a couple other friends at Valmont had Tomb Raider. I had Tomb Raider 3 on PC, and they had Tomb Raider 2, something else, and we would just alter the desktop images, like open it as a bitmap, painstakingly use paint and pixels, and just recreate topless Laura.
Yeah.
Because that nude code shit never worked. You could get patches back in the day, I remember.
And it was super easy to do that, to just alter the textures too.
Yeah.
I remember doing that on The Sims.
Yeah.
You just open up the textures in a bitmap.
That's how I always gave my character a beard and shit on The Sims.
I forget all about that. Nice. There's Jason's answer.
Hey guys, Jason Chandler here. The game that gets me all hot and bothered for your sexy game of the week. Well, not sexy game of the week, but I guess the game that gets us all hot and bothered, like I said, would have to be Manhunt. Yeah, I know the game's about, making snuff films and stuff, but technically, seeing how that's a genre of pornography, that's what gets me all hot and bothered. There's nothing more fun and exciting than video game violence. when it comes to polygonal titties and stuff like that, it's just too unrealistic for me. So I got to go for the hard stuff. And besides, there's nothing like Brian Cox from Super Troopers getting off in your ear as the director if you wear the PlayStation 2 headset.
That's true.
So, yeah, that kind of creeped me out, actually. But, sweet kills, that's what gives me a murder boner. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Oh, murder boner would be such a great...
Note to self, watch out for chasing.
No kidding. Yeah. Wow, what a dark side that encompasses you.
Well, you win a lame game.
You do. You don't win your own.
No, but you will win something pitiful and woeful that we will graffiti the fuck up.
We may give you a vial of blood each.
Possibly. AIDS is a pretty lame game.
It is.
As is hepatitis.
We need another question that will go unanswered.
We need a question that people have the balls to answer.
Do you enjoy the Good Ole Gamers podcast website? Simple yes or no.
What do you like about us?
Go. Don't worry, we're waiting.
Yep.
For eternally.
Okay. Got a couple calls, or these were actually emailed in last week, and when I edited the volume, I completely fucked them. So hopefully they're not fucked this time. From Mr. X1985.
Dr. Claw, we meet again.
Yes.
Hello, Mr. X here. You wake up trapped in a room with AIDS-infected Charlie Sheen and the dead corpse of Chris Farley. To get out alive, you must lick one of their assholes. Which one will it be? And how many licks would it take you to get to the center?
Oh, dude, I got to answer immediately for you. Chris Farley, have you seen the pictures of his dead body? I can only hope his asshole is as frothy as his mouth is from that coke bloat. Easily answerable. Next question. Oh, and how many licks would it take to get to the center? Quite a few of Chris Farley. He was a rather large man.
Yeah, he enjoyed life.
Really hard. Actually, did he? I think he
hated it.
Yeah. I don't know. You can fool me. The last look from his face looked like one of pure ecstasy.
Goddamn, if he played the same character over and over and over, I would fucking hate my life too.
I can think of a couple actors that probably ought to follow the route of Chris Farley.
McCarthy.
Here's another call from Mr. Claw X.
Wow, would you suck a dick for $100,000? What is your price? I think it's far less. After all, you do stroke a cock every time you turn on and off your lights.
They know. They know.
I would suck 10 dicks for $100,000.
At this point in my life, bring them on. I don't know. Better not say that. It's knowing my luck, like...
Bill Gates comes in. Hey! Me and my other 9 friends, we're hard up.
All me and my friends, if you notice, they're all pirates of Silicon Valley. We're going to cover you in silicone, see?
I don't care.
If Bill Gates showed up, though, I'd be asking for a whole fucking lot more than 100,000.
Yeah. By hell, $100,000 just about would pay off my house. I'd suck 10 dicks for 2 hours. Don't look at me like that. You do it too.
If only I could get $100,000.
If he took 10 dicks for 2 hours, he could suck my dick for 24 hours.
That's double the bang. Double your pleasure, doubles your fun. It's kind of like chewing double mint gum. I could never suck a dick for that much money.
Fucking good.
Or that little money. It'd have to be more than that.
$100,000 easy. Fuck, I'm about to do it for $20 right now, to be honest.
Now, I do have $20. That's all, though. Because I'm a broke piece of shit.
You You ain't sucking enough dick, apparently.
I guess so. Well, thanks for the call again, Dr. Claw. The call claw. So I'll start calling that the weekly claw call.
The weekly claw.
I'll get you, you ratchet bitch.
I think we're about fucking done.
Hey, we are. We need a question for next week. We never come up with that, did we?
Yeah, we did.
What is it? Do you like our podcast? Yes or no?
It's like passing them a note in high school.
Do you like us?
Do you like me? Circle one.
Do you want to be our friend? And if you do, then don't be afraid to take us by the hand if you want to. Check yes or no. Yeah, I'm kind of getting to the delirious point.
Yeah, me too.
It's turned out pretty funny, I thought.
It is awful.
Follow us on our website, goodolegamers.com, Good Ole Gamers Podcast on Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, Twitter, Google, YouTube, all that shit. We're on all of it. You know the drill. Nothing special. Follow us for Game Fest info. And like I said, you got any suggestions for Game Fest, something you'd like to see, let us know.
Yep.
Because we're in planning stages now, so now would be the
also,
time
to be 100% clear, Game Fest is family friendly.
Indeed.
Despite us not being family friendly.
Indeed. So
bring your kids, whatevs.
We'll be on PG-13 duty all day. Most deaf. Yeah. Got suggestions, let us know. Like to lend a hand, let us know. Got something that you could bring to the table, let us know.
Something you want, let us know.
We're all ears right now. So just check us out. And I guess until next week, game over, man.
Game over.
Please don't go. The drones need you. They look up to you.